Well, good morning, everybody. Hi guys, I am in my shop. It is 96 degrees outside and it is 89 in my shop, and so I won't be out here very long, but someone did want to see my new setup. So if you can't tell from the last setup I had, I am using a much larger tote. Now, I got this tote at Walmart. I want to say it was 15 bucks, but well worth it because it's a good quality plastic. It will last me for quite a long time. I went ahead and on the top and on the front, you can see I cut out windows and put in plexiglass that I got from Lowe's. The plexiglass, well, 12 by 10 was, I want to say, $5 a sheet, between $3 and $5 a sheet. I glued it on with clear E6000, which also makes it waterproof and airtight. You can see I've already used it, been using it quite a while. So what I did was, starting from the top, I have a hole. There's so many lights in here. So you can see I drilled a hole, and I used these bits that go in my drill. You can buy these online from Amazon. It comes in a set of, I want to say like 15 or 20. And I just used 1.5 inches, and I drilled a hole here. This is for my Dremel flex shaft to go down. I also drilled a hole here so that my water system can come into the box. If you look on this side, there is a hole right here. That is for my wet dry vacuum, which I just stick in the hole when I'm doing dry work. I don't need it when I'm doing wet work. But yeah, so anytime I'm working dry, my box is really tight. So it works really good at sucking out the dust particles. You can see I have a foot pedal attached to my Dremel, and I use that because I'm sitting, I have a bad back, and it's just easier to turn it on, my machine on and off right there. The cutouts I made in the front are glued on with E6000. The inside was waterproofed. So the inside part, where the leg is in there, is waterproofed. So it holds the moisture inside and doesn't leak through or get me wet. It was a cheap $5 pair of sweatpants or knit pants from the men's department at Walmart. And then at the end, I cut open a hole and inserted elastic so that it's really tight around my wrist. I measured it to fit snugly around my wrist. So you can see I have copper wire on my tubing for my water system. That's just so I can bend it, move it around. When I turn it on, I can turn it on full flow or nice light tiny flow, or just drip. Oftentimes I will just use a spray bottle because I like to work up a nice thick slurry. I can't talk. And then inside I have another tote lid that's been turned upside down, and I have plastic coated fabric in there. Easy cleanup. I can wipe it down. One of the projects that I work on that I haven't really introduced yet is needs to have a no slip surface. So I can wipe up the mess in there, and then it'll be no slip. So I have a little bowl to contain the water, and a piece of fabric like a chamois underneath it, just so that the big rock that I'm working on, it is quite large. Let's see if I can stick my hand in here so you can see how big it is. It weighs a ton. I was working on this for the carving project, but you know, my last Dremel broke, which was sad, but happens, and I can't replace the bushings because that's not what broke in it. So okay, so moving on, inside I just have a little box of some of the bits that I was using. So when buying a tote to make into a box, one thing you want to make sure of, if you're going to make it airtight, you're going to need to get some weather stripping from like Lowe's. It's a sticker, it's foam, and you put it around underneath in between here. That way when you latch it down, it's tight. I do have another hole that I added on this side for when I'm using heavy duty power tools in my box, which I don't really talk about much here. So let's see. The pole is just a 7/8 inch pole from Walmart. It was like $2. And then I put a plant hanger hook through it. Works really good. Sounds like my neighbors have their bikes out front. Or maybe I have company. I don't know. Can you hear that? Someone's got a Harley out there. Anyways, it's so hot out here. It's like physically draining me to be out here. But I did want to make sure I got this information to you guys tonight because someone was asking and inquiring about it. And you know, other than that, if you guys have any more questions, put them below and I'll try to answer them there as good as I possibly can. But other than that, good job everyone, and keep on rocking.